sure on the horizon. We have coming to the stage one of our @Grant winners. They are going to present on the Cultural Center Symposium toward a Center for Black Women. So, welcome to the stage, Yvonne Taylor, Tiffany Hughes, and Mari.
Hi, Desiree. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of you who've put this together. Desiree, Shalia, Dr. Gordon for the ACT grant opportunity. And I want to give a special thanks to KB because our work, what we're talking about today, is so connected to the work that KB just talked about that it's just absolutely serendipitous that this all came together. I am going to talk and share my lived experience in order to kind of move into why we are doing this work and how we see the possibilities for this work. I've worked at 5 historically white institutions of higher education. Often working in communications or development as a Black woman or femme can be a lonely and isolating experience. Common across all these experiences were Black women in these fields reaching out to each other and to other Black people, developing informal coalitions with Black colleagues to increase support, decrease isolation, and share knowledge and information. When I decided to continue my education by pushing on for graduate education and higher education leadership, I saw other Black women and femmes here at UT who were full-time staff members doing the same thing. Many of these women are women you know. They include Del Watson, Corinne Thornburg, Amy Stewart, Yolanda McCarty-Harris, and our own Desiree Cross-Ward. These women prove that there are large numbers of Black women leaders and potential leaders within our midst. There is so much talent right here at UT. According to the AAUW, only 5.2% of tenured faculty at bachelor degree granting schools are Black. When I hear about the dearth of Black faculty in higher education, I can't help but think that there is a deep well of potential talent right in our midst. Not only at UT, but within so many of these institutions, and they're here among our staff. Staff at historically white institutions of higher education are often more racially and ethnically diverse than the faculty. They hold institutional history and carry a deep commitment to the mission of the institution, yet they're often not seen for their leadership or developed. Here at UT, when I think in particular of all the Black women and femme staff who are leading informally and finding ways to develop themselves into leaders in higher education and other fields, I think that there is a possibility of and an opportunity for the university to take a lead on this, an intentional incubator for this talent and for this scholarship. Since I embarked on my PhD journey, I can't tell you how often I've been asked by Black women, women of other ethnicities, and queer folk who are staff here on campus, how did you do that? How are you doing that? Accompanied by the almost whispered confession that I'd like to do that too. There is deep interest, but no clear apparatus, support, or mechanism of knowledge sharing and development of our talent and leadership. Developing such a pipeline of Black women and femme leaders seems like low-hanging fruit for a university in which it's already happening by happenstance and through the individual efforts and informal connections of Black women and femmes themselves, just like what KB just talked about. In fact, that's exactly how I too embarked on my PhD journey, by happenstance. I had an informal conversation with then doctoral student Andrea Roberts, who will be the keynote speaker for our digital series, in which I confessed my own desire to pursue my doctorate. When I told her what I wanted to study and why, Andrea responded, "Then you must. You are being called to do this work." What might it look like if institutional supports for Black women and femmes at UT and clear pathways for our scholarship and professional growth were visible and institutionalized and supported with financial resources? And how much have we already lost by not doing it? It's these types of conversations that we've been having among ourselves. So when the ACT grant opportunity came along, it was an ideal opportunity to take the conversation out of text chats and to put a plan into action. I'm so thankful that Tiffany and Mariama answered the call. Each of us is extremely busy with our work, our studies, our families, and surviving a pandemic. But with the support and encouragement of each other, other Black women colleagues and friends, and the ACT grant opportunity, we decided to just keep moving forward in order to pay it forward. Our work is part of the legacy and commitment to the Black women and femmes here at UT who came before us. And that's what Mari and Tiffany are going to speak more about now.
Sis, you did that. I love the both of you, and I love